Hello folks, and welcome to this video where we are going to take a look at a new role-playing game called Death in Space. This is a new role-playing game produced in 2021 but released right now, I think. It's written by Christian Plugfors and Carl Niblaeus, who are members of the Stockholm Kartell, I think. And this is published by Free League Publishing Workshop. So I got this review copy from Free League. So it's not at the moment not released yet, but it's soon to be released. As far as I know, as both PDF and electronic copy, and also a physical copy. So, what is Death in Space? Well, this is a science fiction role-playing game, as it says here on the first page. But it's more of a space horror sci-fi role-playing game. What we see here in front of us is the first page, and here we have an astronaut and some kind of sun or a planet or something. I think it's really cool. It looks like those psychological images where you are supposed to stare at for a couple of minutes and then you probably see something else. I don't know, I didn't try yet, but you go have a try. The first page here after we this is the first first page of the book, the hardcover, I guess. And here we are met with a table. And this is an equipment table that is, I guess, then printed inside of the first page, so it's easy to find. But checking out this equipment table, we see things that I guess the authors think is really important in the game. So that can by reading this only, we can probably get an idea of what the game is about. So what do we have here? We have climbing rope, 50 strange metal marbles, duct tape, flashlight, magnetic boots, pheromone spray. Oh, that's good. Could come handy. Spray paint. Yeah, it's a lot of tools, I think. And I think that the authors have said that this is like a blue collar adventure. It's a gritty world where everything has already gone to hell. So you are a character in the rest of humanity, what's left of the humanity in space, trying to struggle to survive, and so on. So it's a kind of a dark world, I think. Well, here we have these two pages of tables, which probably will come in handy when you play. After that, we have this page of credits, the creators here, and we have layout and graphics. And we also see here down here that inspiration is taken from a couple of movies: Prospect, Outland, 2001 Space Odyssey, Monsters, Firefly, Arrival, Blade Runner, and Titan, AE. And we also have inspirations from pure text, like Alien RPG, Offworlder, Solar and Blade Comic Spells, Knave, Traveler, Mothership, and Mork Borg. Ooh. A lot of symbols and, you know, those old esoteric symbols here also, I guess. Nice. Here we have the table of contents, and let's go further here. Here we have an introduction of the world, like the build of this world. Reading the text here, it's a world that has been escalating since the civilization found these gems, these kind of stones that had some kind of power that became very attractive to anyone. So there was a race to get as much stones as possible, and then that developed to a war, and that war just destructed everything, from going from a high-tech world to a nothing world, like a scrap world. So, when you as a character, you live in this scrapped world, this destroyed world, and it seems that there is no real hope for rebuilding it. So you live out of collecting scrap and getting contracts for hauling ice and getting stuff from wreckages that's out there in the world. Here we have a model of orbital debris. So I guess there is a lot of space junk orbiting planets and moons and such. And then we have the iron ring, which is a massive ring-like structure that seems to be some kind of center of this world. And then we're down to the getting started character creation. And I have found that they have published a tool for creating characters as well. But here I will show it later. I will just show you these pages here. Here you are supposed to roll characters out of out of some tables. Here are the first table, abilities. For each ability, roll 2d4, one at a time. The ability value is the first roll minus the second. And here you roll origin, and you roll character details. You see here's a d20. Moon Outlaw, Monolith Cultist, Even Horizon Diver, Technomant, Astrochemist. Yeah, it's quite space punky, isn't it? Really nice. Really love these gritty illustrations. Well, there is a tool I found on their homepage, deathinspace.com. There they have information about it, and you have a character sheet, for example, which is very practical to either print or maybe use as it is in a PDF editor. But also you have a character creation. Let's see where I found that now. Here, the character generator, Death in Space. This is really cool. Here you have some kind of 1 or 8-bit low graphic resolution stuff like Amiga C64, and you can render a new life, and then you get a new name here. Well, and then you get everything here. So that's really fast way to generate characters for a fast scenario. Whoops, sorry. I got to their Discord channel. Yeah, well, they have a Discord channel, so please join it if you're interested, and you can ask everything I'm forgetting to tell you here. Well, let's go back to the Death in Space PDF. So let's scroll down and see what we have more here. Let's check out the hub creation. Well, you apart from creating your characters, you need to create your home, your hub, where you as a group live between those missions or those contracts that you will work with during your scenarios. The illustrations here are really nice. They will have such a comic feel over them. Well, that's how you create your hub. Let's see what we more have here. General rules. I won't go through everything. We have void points. There's something out there that's constantly watching. Avoid always grasping at your inner thoughts. Each failure opens the door a bit more. So that's probably what you want to avoid. We have conditions and spare parts. We have some kind of blueprint over a spaceship. And repairs. Repairs feels like something that is very central in this role-playing game, where you find spare parts, you find scrap, you build new stuff and repair old stuff, and to survive simply. And here we have combat. Combat rounds. Combat is structured into rounds representing about 10 seconds of in-game time. In each round, every participant gets one turn each where they can perform action or move about 15 meters. And we have attack rolls. An attack is resolved by rolling a 1d20, adding the player's character's body to the roll on a melee attack or their tech on a ranged attack. If equal to or greater than the opponent's defense rating, the attack is a hit. Roll damage for the weapon and subtract the results from the defender's current hit points. If lower, the attack misses. Well, here is the death in space table. You roll with a d20 and see how you die, I guess. Well, what do I think about it? I think this looks really promising. It's an independent science fiction role-playing game in the space horror genre. It's a dark world where there ain't much hope for humanity. Sometimes maybe a little too dark, I don't know. I also really like the illustrations in this book. It's classic role-playing game illustrations where you leave a lot to your own imagination. I think this game might be not suited for people starting out in role-playing game. You might need to have some kind of experience. That's not because the setting or the game itself is difficult. There might be stuff in the core rulebook that the authors presume that you know about role-playing gaming. They don't tell you which dice is used always, or there is an entire section about playing role-playing games. So it's you might need to have some pre-experience before playing this. In my book, a role-playing game should leave out a whole lot to your own imagination. It should encourage you to think by yourself and help fill in the colors in the world. I also think that the author's choice to write which movies and which other games they have been inspired by, that's a really good move. I hope this game will be implemented in some kind of virtual environment like Foundry, because to me it feels like this game is real suited for that. This was the first look on this game for me. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Would make me very happy. My name is Nicholas, and this is Dead by Dice. See you next time.